Malawi and boy.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? What's up, good people? How you doing? How you doing? I am here today with my main man himself, Karl. Obviously, as I wrote, he's a coach, so he's in his coaching outfit, ready to go coaching and go do something he loves. But we have a pleasure of having him for the few minutes so we can talk about Erling Haaland. The title of the video is "Let's talk about Erling Haaland." We're going to talk about all these questions that are going around, all this nonsense I can say I've been seeing all day, all week. Few days when Man City lose, it's all about Erling Haaland. Is he good enough for Man City? Is he generational? Is he the best striker right now in the world? So, Carl, welcome, man. Good to see you, man. In all kitted outfit, looking swagger with the Man City kit.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't have too much time. I have to go for practice, and so yeah, but I'll be here. When you mentioned it today, I said we have to talk about this because I have my own perspective on it, and yeah, looking forward to having a discussion.
Okay, let's start off fast because since you're going, I'm gonna start off with the first question. So a lot of people, it's been on Talk Sports, Sky Sports, a few people with their opinions. Gabby, who sometimes is one of the most rubbish on the Talk Sports, but obviously sometimes you listen to him, you see his clips. A few rival fans from United, a few rival fans from big accounts claiming that Erling Haaland is the issue, is the reason why Man City are not playing good football, reason why Man City are in a crisis, so-called crisis, apparently. What do you think when you hear this this talk about Erling Haaland? Is it true, or you just think it's a bunch of nonsense?
I mean, there are two things, right? I mean, Erling Haaland has changed the way we play. Erling Haaland's been at the club for what, 6 months now? 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
6 months. And he's changed the way we play. The team is adapting to Erling Haaland. But at the same time, too, we are the highest goal scorers in the league. We are second highest goal scorers, or maybe third, include France, in goals in Europe. He has 31 goals in the season so far. He has 4 in the Champions League, 1 in the Carabao Cup, and then 25 in the Premier League. 31 goals in maybe 28 games? De Bruyne is already on 11 assists with Erling Haaland. The issue is not only Haaland. The issue is how does the team adapt to the fact that we have a striker who's a number 9, who's different, right? Let's not forget, we're only 5 points off the top. Still have to play Arsenal twice. Still in the Champions League round of 16. Still in the FA Cup, and we're having a crisis. If people expect that we're going to play the kind of football that we played with a false 9 system with Erling Haaland, then it's either they don't understand football or they don't understand the fact that the game has to adapt to the new striker that you have. If they're expecting Haaland to play a false 9 system, what are you looking at as a football fan? Do you really expect him to play false 9? No, he's not going to play false 9. He's going to be the number 9 that you expect, which is to get goals, right? Now, we're not top, fine. We're 5 points off, fine. But how do you talk about United, talk about Chelsea, talk about Liverpool, talk about all those clubs that are behind? What do they have to say with their false 9 and no striker? So let's be clear. This whole hoopla about Erling Haaland being the problem, there is no problem. It's just time to adapt. And Pep is figuring that out as he takes each game.
Okay, let me just welcome Daniel. Big up to you, Daniel. Ravi, how you doing? Big up to the crew. Thank you so much. Likes. Gundo is coming for Pep's job. Relax. Ravi says Haaland ain't rubbish. He needs service to score. I find it strange that us on TV we see runs that Haaland makes and players don't see. We're gonna get into that. Finally, we have seen Karl. Collins is after you again. Hi boys, how you doing, Adam, man? People, don't forget to subscribe to Gundo's channel, Pitch Points. Yes, subscribe to Pitch Points. It's on 640. Let's get Pitch Points to 700. We need to talk about Rodrigo's pace and his lack of ball tracking. We'll talk about it in another video. Sorry, boys, unable to join. You guys, I'm feeling well. Okay. Maybe you're saying you're not feeling well. Get well soon, man. So, Carl, I
Yes.
went to the Premier League stats board, right? So
Yeah.
this is the guy who's been accused of being a problem in the team. He scored 25 goals. He's the highest goal scorer in the team as we speak right now in 2023. We've won 13 games with him playing, and we've lost 4 games with him playing. He's had 20 appearances, 25 goals. So goals per match is 1.25, goals 25, headed goals 5. He was being accused that he can't head the ball. Remember that he's not good. Goes with his right foot 5. That's his weak foot. Goes with his left foot 15. Penalties scored 4. No penalties missed. Carl. Shots on target or shots 74. Shots on target 40. Obviously, shots some of the 74 cannot be on target. They might go out. You know what I mean? But 40 he scored. He's put in. Shooting accuracy is 54, and he's hit the woodwork twice. Big chances missed
Yeah.
14. He's got 3 assists also, and also very good passes, even though people say he doesn't pass that much. Looking at all this, Carl, I want you to see something before we move on to the next stats I'm going to show you. As I say, they say this guy is not generational. They're saying he's the issue. So right now he's playing in the Premier League, but they're saying he's the issue in the team. In the team, he's left the second goal scorer by such a mile. Now look at this. The Chelsea accounts, United fans are busy talking about Haaland as the guy who, oh, this is the guy with the issue. This is the guy causing problems. I want you
Mhm.
to study this right here.
Well, let's take a look at the table, right? Look at the table, right? So Erling Haaland, who has 25 goals in the Premier League and on 31 in the season, is a problem when United's goal difference right now is +8.
And then Chelsea's total goals is 23 for the whole team.
Correct. So Chelsea's
Yeah.
goal difference is +1. I believe it's +1.
Yeah.
And United's goal difference is +8.
Yeah.
And you're saying this guy's a problem. If I offered you right now Erling Haaland, Chelsea fans who are talking and United fans who are talking, you wouldn't have him. You rather have
There it is.
Aubameyang,
There's
or you
the
rather have
table.
Wout Weghorst in as a number 9. You wouldn't have Erling Haaland to play with Rashford. You wouldn't have Erling Haaland play with Mudryk and all these guys. You know, when fans are being disingenuous, that's what irritates me the most. If you're going to talk about football and facts, let's talk about football and facts. Have City changed the way they play to accommodate Erling Haaland? Yes, they have. You know, this whole hoopla about Erling Haaland's a problem came from the Spurs game. Let me ask you this, Patrick. Did we win? Did we win at Spurs Stadium, right, last year?
No, we didn't.
Did we win the year before?
I don't. Did we win there? I don't think so.
No. And did we win the year before? So for 3 years now, we played the false nine system with no Erling Haaland. We went to the Spurs Stadium, no shots, no goals, nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. So so this year you lose again, and all of a sudden Erling Haaland's the problem. No, the problem is not Haaland. The problem is the fact that defensively, right? We have players who are coming in and coming out. We haven't yet sorted that out yet. We're playing the 3-2 build-up play, which is different from what we normally play. We need to sort that out, right? Now the false nine offered us the ability to keep the ball, which means that you have less chance to score a goal, which is why maybe the numbers were a little different. But let's be clear, we're scoring more goals now. We just have to figure out how to be better defensively to accommodate for Erling Haaland in the game.
Yeah. And another thing, so the guy who everybody says is be better than Haaland by a mile, and the media plus rival fans keep rooting, saying this is the guy we should have got instead, Kane. So I did a comparison. I'll start with the Premier League. Attacking. Haaland is the one in green, isn't it? Obviously.
Yeah, before you even get there, Patrick, before you get there, let's be clear. Kane is what, 28, 29 years old, maybe?
29 years old, yeah.
Okay, so Kane is 29 years old. Erling Haaland is what, 21, 22, right? Erling Haaland's been in England just for 6 months. When Kane was 22, where was he? He was
I think
MK Don.
I think he was at Leicester also on loan at a point in time.
On loan or MK Dons. This guy is 22 years old. 6 months in the Premier League, you're comparing with a Harry Kane that's 29 years old. Now, if you ask me, would I take Harry Kane or Erling Haaland? I'm taking Erling Haaland every single day of the week.
Yeah.
I don't need someone to create. I have De Bruyne and Bernardo and Gundogan to do all those things. Why would I want Harry Kane to drop in again into the middle of the park to create?
Exactly. So if you look at this, right, you told me about this comparison. Yeah. So Haaland is in green, Carl. So when I was doing this comparison, I was like, oh, I know Kane is better in certain aspects, but I was thinking there's gonna be a big distance between, since Kane is world class and elite, as they call him. Haaland beats him in attack by a mile. He
All right,
beats
man.
him with 90 with 90 with 93, Kane
Yep,
89. Kane obviously beats him on the creativity because he drops in, but
yep,
Haaland is not very far. He's on 60 to
yep,
70.
yep,
70 to technique, 70 to 74. Another not big gap.
yep.
Defending, we don't really care. Tackles, we don't really care.
And
Now,
just be clear, that technique comes with age and experience, right?
yeah,
The older
but
you are, the more experienced you are in the league, the better your technique will be over time. He's 21, Kane is 29. There's a big gap. It's obvious, right? Bernardo, when he was 21, is not the same Bernardo that he is right now because he's improved. Go ahead.
yeah, so now if we take things over, I'm gonna ignore Kane anyway. If we take things over, this same Haaland, people saying, "Oh, I'd rather take Kane." If you look at Kane's numbers in the Champions League, Haaland blows him away completely. Haaland blows him away. Like Haaland has performed in all the games with important goals in the Champions League. If you see at Haaland's overall goals he scored in the Champions League, I'm gonna show this in a few minutes. He has more goals than Kane, and Haaland is younger than Kane. I mean, like this season, he has got more goals than Kane, and Kane is still in that same Champions League. And every time in the Champions League, Carl, if you look closely, Kane has never performed as better than Haaland.
Yeah, correct.
So I don't understand where there's a narrative where they say, "Oh, you should have got Kane," because for me, if I'm looking at all the stars and looking at Haaland, who's obviously apparently is about to break a record in the Champions League because he's going at a high rate. Why would I waste time with somebody like Kane who never shows up in Champions League games that are very difficult? Why Haaland was carrying Dortmund at a point in time? You get what I mean?
Well,
So
there's another aspect to this as well. I mean, we talk about the numbers and the charts and the stats and the passes and the goals, but think about the fact that you got him for 51 million pounds, and it Kane was going to be 150 million pounds. So triple the amount of money you rather pay 150 million for Harry Kane than 51 million for Erling Haaland. You're telling me that as a businessman, as a man who has his head correct, right? You have two choices: Erling Haaland and Harry Kane. You would pay 150 million out of your pocket for Harry Kane when Erling Haaland is valuable for 51.
no,
Come on,
I wouldn't.
let's
And
be
you
clear.
know what? Looking at him, look, he's already got 5 goals in the Champions League right now. At
Yeah.
Dortmund, Carl, this same Haaland, who people say is neither generational, nothing. As we said, when Kane was the same age, he was at teams like Leicester City, and some of the weakest teams in the league, trying to get himself by. Look at him at Dortmund: 22 goals out of 24 starts, 27 goals out of 28 starts, 13 goals out of 15 when he first started. If you go to Norway, he's 5 goals in 6 matches. If you go to Salzburg, uh, he was still going on with goals at a young age. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like this has always been who he is ever
Right.
since the beginning.
Yeah.
While people are here to tell me that Kane is better than this guy, I know Kane right now is all round and he's 29, but all the other strikers, this kid was scoring goals in the Bundesliga, incredible goals. You get what I mean? So I just feel like this whole is Haaland the problem at City is just an excuse for somebody to say, "Oh, we never got Haaland." Because let's not forget, I didn't want to do this, but I decided I was about to do it, but I just left it. I wanted to go and clip every channel, including Roy, that guy who from Chelsea who was hating on Haaland.
All
He
right.
made a video. If he hasn't deleted it yet, he made a video years ago when Haaland was strongly linked with Chelsea, saying this kid is generational. I would like him at Chelsea.
Mhm.
United fans, I won't mention their name, but you know some of them who are against Haaland. They made videos saying, Oli, coach this kid. If this kid comes to United, we are going to win the league. All these people, the media were talking about him when goals were going in with City. So I'm trying to tell City fans here, this video was made because I want to tell City fans, don't listen to these guys. They're hypocrites. If Haaland was at that team, things would be so different. Carl, I think that's your alarm saying you have to go in a
No,
few
no, no.
minutes,
It's
isn't it?
just it's my assistant asking me about. We have a problem. One of our goalkeeper that we have got an ACL injury.
Oh, sorry for that.
So yes,
Hopefully they get well soon.
we're looking for.
Obviously, forget well.
So if you are 12 years old and you can keep, let me know because we're looking for a goalkeeper.
Yeah. So
Oh, and
overall,
you have to be able to play out from the back.
so overall, if I can ask you,
Yeah,
is Haaland the best striker right now in the world?
I think he is. I
Hmm.
think he's the best number 9. He's the best out-and-out striker in world football at this point in time, right? Not somebody who drops deep to create, or who plays a false 9 or 10.5 or 9.5. Not a winger in the Mbappe who can play wide and come in. As an out-and-out forward, Lewandowski kind of forward. The old Aubameyang kind of forward. The Van Nistelrooy kind of forward. Those guys who get goals in front of goal, ain't nobody touching this guy. If you don't believe me, the numbers are clear. Look at Harry Kane in the Premier League goals. Look at Erling Haaland goals. Right? People talk about Marcus Rashford is now, competing for the Golden Boot. He has 11 goals. He has 25.
And they're saying Rashford is having the season of his life.
That tells you the levels. If he's having the season of his life, then what would Erling Haaland be talking about?
And do you want to hear something funny, Karl? Do you know that even Marcus Rashford, as much as he's having the season of his life, if you go compare him to Foden, Foden beats him in goals overall. Like he's still beating him. If you compare them like an overall from last season, from Marcus, from Rashford's whole thing, but apparently Rashford is a star. So Rashford
what I've learned in the past 1 week with all this stuff that's going on with City and everything else. I mean, the reality is that when you can't, people always like to throw stones at the guy on the top. It's normal human behavior. Whoever is on top, whoever is delivering, whoever is dominating, people always want to throw stones, right? Instead of saying, hey, what are they doing that I can learn from and get better? We want to pull people down. It's what we call the crab mentality, like crabs do. When I used to go to the market in Nigeria, when follow my mother to the market or my grandmother to the market, and she went to buy crabs, she put crabs in the bucket. When one crab is trying to go out, Patrick, of the bucket, another crab will pull him down.
Yeah, crab mentality.
That's what we're talking about here. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, man, I don't know if you're leaving anytime soon, but if you can look at the table,
plenty of time.
Yeah, but if you can look at the table, Karl, the thing about it, it's not hard. Like, you remember that time I've done videos of other like Grealish and Mahrez. It's not hard. All you have to do is look at this table.
Yeah.
This is what I keep telling people. I wanted to get clips, but apparently you can't get clips, obviously, because of the Prem. Guys, West Ham, all the matches, us City fans, you guys, you've seen it. There's no point for us to go against these people that are rubbish. If you watch football, you've noticed, Karl, every time in a game, even the game recently against Spurs, Bernardo Silva could have put Haaland 3 times through on goal, but they didn't. So he is effective. He makes those runs. Everybody knows how dangerous this guy is. Somebody made a very good point, Karl, and I respected it. He said if you put Haaland in that Spurs team that played against Man United, and the counters they were doing, remember they were doing counter attacks over the ball, over the top, over our high line. He said Spurs could have won that game 5-0 or 6-0.
Let me explain.
He says because Haaland has got the speed and Haaland has got the movement. Kane doesn't have the legs.
Let me explain why I think what's going on with this thing about people not putting them in. I've told you and I have talked about this many times that what's happening right now with City, in my humble opinion, it's my opinion, not anybody else's, is that we're struggling to find the balance between control and verticality, right? Control and verticality. We're struggling to find that balance. If we lose control, you run the risk of getting counterattacked. That's the idea. If you're more vertical, you can score more goals, but then you can concede more. So they're struggling to find that balance. And when you struggle with indecision, guess what happens? Nothing happens. Think about the Spurs game at home. That first half, when it was 2-0, when they were 2-0 up. What do? We try to control the game by controlling the ball, right? And then they counter-attacked us and it was 2 goals. The second half, they said, screw control, man. We're going for it. We're going to go vertical. Guess who scores a goal? Erling Haaland. Guess who scores a goal? Alvarez, I believe, scores a goal. And Mahrez scores 2 goals also. So I think that's the balance they're trying to figure out is, do we run the risk of losing control for verticality, or do we just want to keep control? In my opinion, I like vertical play. I think that if you try to control the game and it's 0-0, you're not controlling the game, you're being controlled. Are you following me? If you think
I'm with you.
At 0-0 and there's no shots on target, no. You're not in control. They are controlling you. Think about Brentford. Think about Tottenham, right? At the Spurs Stadium.
Everton.
All those games where we try to control the game sideways and backwards. They are controlling you. You're not controlling them.
No, big up to you. Big up, guys. Enjoying the show from Hamza. Big up, Hamza. I was meant to say not free, no. Get well soon, Adam. I was gonna make a point. I feel like Pep bought Haaland for one reason. When we build up the play, he tried to make the last person to shoot equals Haaland. That's a good point. That's a good point by Hamza. That I think Pep wanted to cook for Haaland, and he's just the last formula. But I think, unfortunately, as I said, the issue I've seen, Carl, is our players are not passing him. The only player who's passing him is De Bruyne now. De Bruyne gets in, the first thing he sees is Haaland. Gundogan also does it. Let me just read through this. They're mad that we have Haaland and Judy on the way. That's true. He makes him the last person to shoot for example, 20 passes build up. The last touch is Haaland, but now we see Haaland dropping in deep. And for me, I think we should stop him from that. What do you think on that? Where Haaland has started dropping in deep? Do you think it's Pep telling him to get involved in the play, or it's Haaland being frustrated?
I mean, to be that's a good question because actually it frustrates me. It's like,
Hmm.
we need you in the box, guy. We don't need you dropping deep.
Yeah,
We
he's
need you
more
in the box.
dangerous in the box.
Yeah, so it's a frustration for me as well. But I'm sure the manager has his reasons why, and we'll see what happens. Let's not forget, as much as we think now, we're transitioning the season as well. And to transition in the season and still be 5 points behind in second place is a massive achievement. Think about what Liverpool are doing right now in 10th, or Chelsea in 9th. They're transitioning. Look at where they are. United are further along in their journey and transition because Eric Ten Hag has got the formula right for the most part, and they're doing well. But let's be clear: this is normal. Look at Real Madrid, transitioning; they're struggling. Bayern Munich, right, at fighting for the title. Paris lost the game on yesterday. So everybody's going through this cycle, and I think the next couple of games in the UCL and the Premier League will let us know. I think they'll find their click again, just like we did at the start of the season.
Yeah, Akao, just give me a signal when you're about to go. Unfortunately, Haaland is a great one-dimensional striker. That's wrong, Twisted. If you watch the game, Haaland can do assists. He was even assisting at Dortmund. He can link up play. It's just that people have got a very bad agenda against Haaland, and they want to make sure that agenda sticks. But another thing is this, Carl. The way Haaland does, where he sits in front of the goal or sits in the box, Ken used to do that years ago in Portugal's here. Ken
Right.
never dropped deep. Ken only started dropping deep because what's his name?
I mean,
Mourinho made him do it.
here's a question, Patrick: Is
Mm.
do fans expect Erling Haaland to drop deep? If that's what you're expecting the world's most prolific number 9 to do, is to drop deep, then you need to ask yourself the question: what are you thinking? What's his number one job?
To
Right?
score.
If you're in the UCL final, 2 minutes to go, there's a ball over the top. If there's any player you want running down to score that goal, is it Raheem
Especially
Sterling?
that Chelsea one. That Chelsea one.
Is it Gabriel Jesus?
Mm.
Or is it Erling Haaland, who has the speed to run to the box and score a goal? It's only one player. It's only one player. Right?
Wait a minute. Where is Mo Salah?
Oh boy, he's down in there he is, 12th.
Where I
Right
can't
there.
even
He's
see
13.
7 goals. Okay, look at that. 7 goals for Mo Salah. Look, guys, I'm gonna read some of your comments. I give up arguing with these people. They don't watch our games. Hand is nowhere near the problem. He is the solution, and people make it work. As Carl said, we're in transition right now. I agree with Gundo. How are you doing, Anthony? Daniel, everybody in the comments. Haaland cares about trophies. Ken cares about goal scoring record. The difference is mentality is huge. Yeah, the guy's ringtone, as Carl says, is the Champions League anthem. Gundo, what are Haaland's key weaknesses?
No, I think clearly he has to work on connecting with his teammates. So he needs to figure out where to be to receive the ball. He needs to be better on the ball. He needs to work on on his right foot more, right? His right foot more. He's very strongly left-footed. He needs to work on his head.
Goes on his
right?
weak foot, yeah.
Right? He needs to figure out how to take free kicks. He has a powerful shot, right? Never seen him take free kicks. So there are things that he has to improve on.
He's young, though. Do people know that he's 21 years old?
He's 21. He's 21, 22.
God, people have no idea. Gundo, change your name to Dr. Gundo. You are the man that solves the problems and find a way to mend things. Haaland is high. What? Fira. What does it mean?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means, Anthony. But you didn't pay 51 for Haaland. Go away, Anthony. Gundo, Kane would be more than 150. They are demanding 180 for a 30-year-old. I don't think so. Yes, Han had a Mino as his agent. had Mino as his agent. Kane had his brother as his agent. True.
Unfortunately.
Haaland needs to improve his link-up play. That's a
Mm.
good point. I think the media has an agenda on City with the false narrative about City's camp on the mood. Yeah, you're right. Pete, how you doing? How you doing? John Conway, how you doing, man? John Conway, all the way from Dax channel. Funny how to start the season, less control and wins and wins. Now control and less. Okay. Funny how to start
This
the
is a very
season, less control and wins. Now control and less. Yeah,
this
this is true though.
this is a very good point that Andrew's making, and I talked about this earlier. Andrew, well done. I know you're from Nigeria. I can look at the name. Is I think there is the battle in the minds of the players and even the coach too, in my opinion. Between, do I have more control, right, or do I go more vertical? So let's think about Napoli. I love them. Love watching Napoli. The new Napoli.
They're amazing.
They're extremely vertical. These
a
guys,
threat in the Champions League.
Oh my God, they are a brilliant team to watch. They're brilliant. We don't want to face them. Nobody wants to face them in the Champions League. Nobody wants to. Right? Yeah. Seriously, right? They're a great team. I mean, they put 7 past Rangers, 4 past Liverpool. They're just battering everybody up and down because they're very, very vertical. They don't do that sideways back and forth. They go for it.
They go straight.
They do concede goals, but they still win with goals.
Yes,
right.
I love that. I like such football. Yeah, I love such.
They concede goals, but they do score goals. Now we don't want to concede goals because you want to control the game, but at what cost? So there's this battle between control of vertical. I think they will solve it at some point in time. I think they will.
They will, though. All I can say is I'm gonna say one thing on the Haaland thing. Carl, I think we're just gonna cut it at 30 minutes. One thing I can say on the Haaland, guys, is he world class? He is, because you cannot not be world class and wanted by Madrid. Because I know the media. If he went to Madrid, the narrative was going to be completely different. Carl, he was going to be on everybody's TV. Oh, look at him. Because I don't listen to rival fans. You know why? And media, because these are the same people. When he was at Dortmund, they were all over him. They wanted him at their teams. Chelsea fans, Arsenal were even crying for him because Odegaard is there. They made videos about him, articles about him. All you have to do is dig. If you want, guys, go dig them. If these YouTubers haven't deleted it, they know who they are. They had these videos. If you look at that, how can you tell me that Harry Kane is world class and the guy who's not world class and poor is 25 goals and he's got 17? Please, guys, the math is right over there. Stop being blind, guys. These videos will be making them, because a lot of City players go under scrutiny. The next one might be Rodri, because a lot of people say Casemiro is better. My God, right now in 2023, I would take Rodri every time of the day. Let me just thank everybody in the comments: Veta Games, John, everyone, Daniel, Antone, Master 20, Twisted, Hamza, all of you in the comment, Adam in the comment, Revi in the comment, all of you, man. Thank you very much for being here with us. We're going to cut this one short so we can let Coach Karl find the keeper. Maybe he's going to go and goals himself. What did people expect from Haaland? Did they expect the next Messi? I don't know what they were looking for. I don't know what they're looking for. Hit the like button. Thank you very much, Adam. If Haaland was at Real Madrid scoring 31 goals in 25 games, they would talk about Ballon d'Or, Patrick. What do you think of this statement, Carl, before you go?
Fact. It's a fact. It's the nature of the beast. You know, you say nobody likes a new kid on the block. Yeah. Nobody likes a new kid on the block, right? Especially that new kid is doing well. And the new kid has a rich daddy. All of a sudden, he becomes the enemy of everybody. Even though the new kid is trying to be humble. He's the most humble new kid. Doesn't talk to fans anyhow. Doesn't abuse rival fans, right? Respects the position. When they lose a game, they respect and shake their hands. They don't make noise. They try and fight for every title. They do all they can. Nobody likes that. Especially the big boys in the room don't like that, which is what we're seeing happening now. If it was a Real Madrid, you would hear stories about him being the best ever. Let's not forget, our good friends at Chelsea got Romelu Lukaku for 100 million. 100 million.
Where is he now? He just scored 5 goals and left. And now he's on loan at Inter. Guys, that's the video, guys. Haaland is generational. We know that already. It's not something we have to talk about. Haaland is not the problem at issue. You have to watch the games. You understand what's going on at City is deeper than Haaland. It's the team has to gel. We're under transition from a first 9 to an actual striker. We haven't played with an actual striker for a long, long time. And yes, Haaland is the man right now in the Prem, because he's got more goals than Chelsea. Football Club has got more goals than most of the clubs, and he's on 25 goals. En route to break Ian Shearer's record of 34. En route to break Salah's record of 32. Guys, Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. We'll see the fans be happy if only win the golden boot. No, we want only win the golden boot. Twisted. It's not Crystal Palace. Haaland is the best scoring weapon in the league, and funny enough, we have used him. What? Sparingly. What's that?
Sparingly.
Sparingly. Oh, I didn't see that. I don't know why. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good weekend. We'll see you for the Aston Villa maybe Saturday evening. But Karl,
Also,
go and enjoy your coaching.
yeah,
Go ahead.
also, one thing, look out for something kind of on pitch points later, early next week. You see the flyer coming out. You see it coming out. I don't want to mention what it is, but watch out for pitch points coming out with something for this weekend. Patrick will be on. I'll be on. Vader may be on. All our friends may be on.
Yeah,
So
we'll get the
look
whole
out for that.
panel.
You see it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Appreciate you for all the subscriptions. Don't forget to like on your way out, guys. There's about 29 of you watching. Also, go to Pitch Points and subscribe. Get Pitch Points to 700 down 640. Get it 700, guys. Appreciate it and goodbye, guys. Bye.